Let's get this energy. Let's get this energy. Let's get this energy going. Let's get this energy going. What's up, my BK riders? Let's get this energy going. What's up, my BK riders? Happy holidays to everybody who celebrates those holidays. I'm going to say Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa to all of my people. To all of my people. I'm not couponing today. I'll probably get into it a little bit later, before I leave. But I'm talking about today, as my title says, my title shouldn't be food, but I'm going to change my picture. But my title says, we are not alone. What does that mean? What does that mean, we are not alone? I was surfing the internet last night, and unbeknownst to me, and probably unbeknownst to a whole lot of you, hey, Julie, thanks for stopping by. Hear me out. Unbeknownst to me, I found out that the government is spending over $10 billion on UFOs. That's right, I said it. $10 billion on UFOs. And I asked myself, if they don't believe it, why are they spending that kind of money on it? If they don't believe it, okay? If they don't believe it, how are they spending that kind of money? And hello, where does that money come from? Us taxpayers, okay? Us taxpayers, they are spending the money from us taxpayers, but yet they're lying to us in broad daylight. They're lying to us. When I tell you they're lying to us, trust me, and when I tell you they are lying to us. So I saw a whole lot of videos. I'm not going to take us way back to 1965. Okay, I'm not going to take us back to 1970, but I am going to take you back to 2019. 2019 is more in 2022 as well, but we're going to go as far back as 2019. And going back that way, going back to 2019, what people saw in the air, and then how the government covers it up. How the government covers it up. And the government covers it up by trying to say, oh, that didn't happen. Oh, that didn't happen. Hey, Jackie. Oh, that didn't happen. Hey, 5.0. They start no crap 5.0 today. And they're covering up by giving excuses of what we saw. So we have to ask ourselves, hey, sugar, we have to ask ourselves, do we believe what we see? Is the government that far set on trying to cover up the lies to where we actually don't believe what we see? Okay, so I'm going to show you some quick inserts of some things that I saw, and we're going to try to figure out this thing about these UFOs. So, as you all know, they did send a lot of stuff out into space. Now, I'm not going to get on y'all about the space trips and all that kind of stuff today. I may touch on a little bit about it, but I'm not going to get into it today. That is for another day. Yes, truly, a lot of them they did call weather balloons. I actually seen them do a drone formation. And the drone formation was so spectacular that it's something that you would see around 4th of July, President's Day, et cetera, et cetera. People actually stopped and said, wow, we thought it was a UFO. No, it was a drone display. So you can't keep saying it, these are drones. Now, as we know, those who are droners, I happen to be in a group of drones, people myself, those are droners. Drones can't go 20,000 feet up in the air. For a commercial airline pilot to actually record something floating around all the way up there while he's trying to get to where he's going. It's not just in the United States, it's all over the world. I learned a little Spanish, I learned a little Portuguese, I learned quite a few languages because some of them had subtitles. And these people were really terrified. And I'm like, can all these people be wrong? Is our government hiding the truth from us? Now, we're going to backtrack 1 second. The government has been sending, okay, let me tell you what they did. They made a large collection of every seed known to man on this earth, right? Do you know they sent all those seeds to outer space? They sent some seeds to outer space. We ain't gonna talk about the outer space thing again. So y'all already know how I feel about the earth being flat. Okay, it's not round. So we're not gonna go to that department. But they sent these seeds into outer space. And what happened? They left them there for approximately 2 years. Look it up. They left the seeds there for approximately 2 years, brought them back to Earth, and they planted them. They planted them. And this, I'm sorry to say this to you vegan people, we've been eating it. They've been planting them and selling them, and we've been eating it. Planting, selling, eating them, hiding, sending more seeds out into the earth because they are doing that to see how we react. If it really make any difference. Also, as you all know, it's in a whole lot of stuff in outer space. Now, we know there's a lot of God-fearing people. We are all God-fearing people. And we know it's the earth, which is ground, and the heavens above is the heavens above. The Bible says, nothing shall come in and nothing shall go out. So all the things that are going on in our atmosphere is coming from the ground zero. The earth will be ground zero. So in saying that, it's saying that we put stuff out into the atmosphere. There is so much space junk flying around. Hey, Spice. So much junk flying around. And on that note, it's flying around, it's causing a disturbances because what goes up, the laws of gravity, what goes up must come down. So do you not know how many shuttles have been up into our space? Our space is as in the blue of the space, up into our heavens. So I'm gonna see if I can show you guys. Okay, let me see. You said it right where I normally see it. Let me see. So hopefully you can see the invite part. Settings, no, right. All right. So anyway, these things that are going on. So a lot of people more are reporting UFOs. I have never. Now a lot of people say they have, but I have never seen so much stuff going on as I have seen in Texas. Now, I had to go and research what's going on in Texas for sure, because we have military bases here. And if they are sending out material, which they are, out into the atmosphere, they are sending out signals out into the atmosphere. So what do you think signals are? Signals are them trying to reach whatever known entity that's in outer space and welcome them to the earth. Okay? So they want to welcome these entities into the earth by sending out these signals. They sending out so much information about the earth to where they haven't received anything back. No. They have received a signal from an unknown entity. They have the treaty already. They have received an entity from an unknown entity already. And saying that is that they contacted the earth through code of numbers. And like people say sometimes, you be seeing the clearances in the grass and stuff like that. Hey, love me, seeing the clearances in the grass and stuff like that. These things that they're doing is like, why would you do that? And what is the purpose of you doing that? So they did contact them back in, I would say in the early 80s, they received contact. But what do they send out into the atmosphere? They sent out our music in different languages. They sent out our alphabet, so they can actually tap, 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 Morse code, alphabet as into writing the words, Morse code. They sent out cars. They sent out pictures. They sent out educational things. They sent out everything that we know as humans to like to do on Earth. So when the interviewers were saying, well, if we send all this information out to them and all we receive is one or two signals back from unknown entities, how do we know they won't hurt us? Okay? How do we know that they're not extremists and they see that all we do is war? They're looking down on us. All we doing is war, fighting each other continents, fighting each other. Hey, life, Marlene, fighting each other, fighting the continents are fighting. Everybody has alliance with this one and nobody has alliance with that one. We, the United States, have to protect all the little known countries. So, in saying that is to say that, do you think aliens want to be part of that? Then another reporter said that the aliens have always been here. Now, when I hear that they always been here, I believe that. Who's to say that we are not the aliens? Okay? Who's to say that we are not the aliens? So therefore, we are the aliens to Earth. So they sat there and explained the Big Bang. Okay? If you believe in the Big Bang theory, that's on you. If you believe in the Bible, that's on you as well. But for them to say that life was formed amongst the universe, I would say God is the universe. God controls the universe. So the aliens, what do they need with us when we're so behind in technology? We can't teach them anything. What can we teach them? What could they learn from us besides war, disruptive behavior, jail cells, prisons? What education can we teach the aliens? Can we teach the aliens anything? I don't think so. Because if they find us, they have better technology, they're more superior than we are. Okay? They may be bulletproof for us, So anyway, the government, they asked Obama, and I thought it was quite strange because I remember that day when they asked him. I just had a clip of that too. Can't seem to figure out how to get to it. But they asked Obama, do you believe in aliens? And Obama said, anything is possible. Now, he didn't say no, and he didn't say yes. Because if he would have said yes, they would have questioned him about, on my Twitter, I'm not really too good on Twitter, y'all. I don't have Twitter fingers. Can't do that. Twitter makes me depressed. All the stuff going on over there. So then they would have to explain Roswell, Area 51, etc., etc. Was there really a crash landing of an alien ship? Hey, people are not speaking out because they don't believe we are alone. We are not alone. A God as superior as our God, you think he only created this one planet for us? You saw the greenest security guard? What greenest security guard? Yes, my cash app. they sit up there and they try. They really do try. They really do try their best to go about trying to make us feel that we are superior. We are not superior, y'all. We are not. We are not. There's other entities in this earth that on this earth and in our heavens that are more superior than we are. So I looked at the new technology that they have. Man, let me tell you, Elon Musk, I ain't gonna drop his name though. He knows something. And something knows that they're not sharing with us. They're not sharing with us at all. Now, if I can try to figure out how to share my screen, I don't know if I would. President, if I tap a couple of things and you get cut off, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to show you guys my this thing about NASA. That's what I'm trying to show y'all. Thing about NASA. I'm pressing some buttons and trying to figure it out. Okay. Nope, that's it. Nope, that's not it. You know, cause I got president slides, extra camera, here we go. Now what's this is here? Chrome. Oh, here we go. All right. So where am I? Okay. I think that's me again. All right. Let's go play it.
Alone. And there are billions of galaxies in the universe. If life appears on only a minuscule fraction of those planets, then life is.
Hello. So do you see what they're doing? Now, this one is took my screen off. Oh geez. What they do that for? And took my screen off. Because they don't want to know the truth. They don't want to know the truth. You see how they do me? They take my stream off, so they don't want to know the truth. They don't want to know the truth. They don't want us to talk the truth. They don't want us to speak the truth. They don't want us to know the truth about what's going on. They don't want us to know. So now they took my stream off on that, and I'm back again, and I'm gonna keep on going. And yes, I am. Yes, I am, because I want people to be aware. I want people to be aware of what's really going on. And the only way to be aware is through information. Through information, okay? And then I'm gonna show you here, how is NASA contacting the aliens? NASA have been sending out all our business into outer space. They've been sending out all our business to outer space. And then they get mad when you see a sighting, a UFO sighting. Let me see if I can show you out this without them getting on my last now. Let's see. I can show you out this without them getting on my last now. Okay. Is it showing? Okay. It says it's going to start sharing. All right. The one I'm showing you right now is this one right here. Well, come on, now go up. Wrong one going up. Okay. This one right here. You guys go check out the UFO site and search. Now, with this one here, these people, the Navy, the Army, the armed forces, let me say armed forces, they try to reenact what people are seeing up in the sky. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? So you want to say, oh, it was drones. Oh, it was drones. No. What you showing us is drones. What you are showing us is drones. This video right here, you showing us is drones. And we're gonna keep going down. Wait a minute. Listen. Top 10 shocking alien encounters. All these people can't be wrong. All these people who are searching, who are checking.
No offense, but if you still think that investing in real estate is the best way to make passive income, I'm sorry.
It's not his published account of the trip, but something he held back and then later was suppressed by government authorities that found it frightening.
In his diary, which was discovered.
So they out there in the ocean, they're gonna strike me again. They're out there in the ocean, frigid. They see a orb. I wish my girlfriend Nene was over here. She actually got pictures of orbs. Now, if you don't know what an orb is different things. But if it's coming from the sky, it ain't something supposed to be there. I want to show you right here where, let's see. I want to show you right here where these people are explaining their stories, so go check it out on aliens, ancient aliens. People are showing their stories. And what I found that was so fascinating was a lot of stuff is coming from the middle of the United States. They only concerned about Texas, California, and Florida. Navy bases, Navy base places. They're all Navy bases. I'm trying to see where the other one is. Navy bases. We're going to talk about the sun. You see that picture with the sun? You just see it? That picture right there with the sun. That's a chunk of the sun missing. This right here, a chunk of the sun is missing. You know what that means for us. D-O-N-E. Okay? A lot of these things that I saw these past couple of weeks, it just got me thinking, like, why is the Pentagon hiding all this information from us? Why is it? Oh, ever since NINE 11, ever since that happened, I can't say that word. Ever since that happened, what is going on? Like seriously, like this one right here. I'm going to show you.
Stop dieting.
I'm going to show you what they said was strange encounters. And these encounters are very strange. Very strange. When they went to the moon, as I just told y'all, when they went to the moon, the man was like, what is that? Oh, it was a flying part of the vestibule from the ship they saw. No. Why would it be landed on the moon with you when you've been jacked it off? You've been took it off when you left out of the Earth's atmosphere, per se. Look at them, I'm saying what they saw.
Just 5 minutes after launch, Glenn reaches orbit.
Oh, that view is tremendous.
But then Glenn witnesses something totally unexpected. Hazy, darting lights surround his capsule. A mass of them envelop the craft.
I never saw anything like it. They're coming by.
You know what they said that was? They said that was ice. Shut the front door. If that was ice out in outer space, now from what they tell us, outer space is cold and dark. Outer space is cold and shiny. Outer space is cold and lit up. Really? Really?
By the capsule, and they look like little stars, a whole shower of them coming by. They swirl around the capsule and go in front of the window, and they're all brilliantly lighted.
John Glenn saw some small objects out his window of his spacecraft, and he called them the fireflies. He never figured out what they were, and neither did anyone else.
After the stress of such a dangerous launch, could Glenn have imagined these so-called fireflies? Space historian James Oberg thinks this is unlikely.
The early astronauts, the main thing they were able to do was to think straight when under pressure. They wouldn't freeze up, they wouldn't panic. They had a special kind of attitude toward.
You just can't do it.
Millions of people worldwide watch the mission unfold.
11, you got a pretty big audience. It's live in the U.S., it's going live to Japan, Western Europe, and much of South America.
3 days into their mission, the astronauts see a flashing object. Armstrong immediately radios down to mission control.
Do you have any idea where the respect us? Stand by.
They're not going to radio back that they've seen something unless it's something they really can't explain.
The S-4B Armstrong refers to is a large section of the Saturn V rocket.
NASA guys said that their tracking data suggested it was about 6,000 miles away, which would have been difficult for them to see.
The astronauts know they can't announce what they're seeing to millions of people on Earth.
The astronauts are
This one.
To a 12-mile-long cable. Franklin Chain Diaz, joint record holder for the most launches in NASA history, is the mission specialist on board.
the tether experiment.
As the tether deploys, the astronauts detect a current. Then suddenly, the cable breaks. The tether, nearly as long as Manhattan, now threatens the shuttle and her crew.
It's the island of Manhattan. So they say, okay, it's a tether, so why is it looking the way it's looking? So, anywho, that's what they do. That's what they do. I'm done with this. They just keep interrupting the feed because, you know, they don't want nobody to talk about it. They don't want nobody to talk about it.
Here's one thing you need to do before you start your holiday shopping. Don't spend another dime on it.
They want us all to stay blind, but it's okay. It's okay, y'all. You know, I want y'all to go and check some of those things out. And I'm going to play one of my videos that I had to chop up, the couponing. For those of y'all who don't know about it. So I'm going to play one of my videos. I probably won't keep it in the feed because this is strictly about UFOs. And I just want you guys to know that pay attention to what's going on in the sky. I'm always looking up at the sky. Pay attention. Yeah, most of the stuff I got for free. Yeah. So you see it. Most of the stuff I got for free with my couponing. But, you know, I wasn't talking about couponing today, so I'm going to definitely show you guys a clip of couponing that I did. Here's one of my shorts. I want you guys to go and thumbs up my short that I made today. That's a quick one. Oh, here it is.
What's up, my BK Riders? How you guys doing? Well, today I just did a haul from CVS. It's a small haul, but I got everything I needed. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you guys quickly. Can't be making these long videos. I'm going to show you guys quickly. The sales at CVS are amazing at CVS. Guys, the stuff for little or nothing. Yeah. What's up, my BK Riders? How you guys doing?
That's just a quick video. We got all kinds of space videos, and I tell you, just keep your eyes open. Just keep your eyes open. Don't dismiss every little thing you see as nothing, because it's something. It is something. They find a metal. They find a metal that does not, that they can't explain. They find a metal they can't explain. They find all kind of artifacts that they can't explain. They up on Mars talk about, oh, what are these tracks up there? Somebody's been there. Somebody like who? Who's been Martians? They want us to believe that there's Martians. Somebody like who been there? Did you go there? I didn't go there. Who went there? Who went there? I didn't go there. Did you go there? Did our ancestors go there? Who are they looking for? So I always tell you guys about this movie. I want to know who saw the movie Tomorrow Wars. Put a 1 in the chat if you saw the movie called Tomorrow Wars. Has anybody seen Tomorrow Wars? Going once, going twice, going once, going twice. Okay. Let me see if I can find this real quick. See if I can see a preview of this real quick. Let me see. I'll go to YouTube, find it real quick. Let me see. It's such a good movie. Okay, let's see if I can play the trailer for y'all. Okay, if I could play the trailer, but I'll get another strike. You gotta see this movie, okay? You gotta see this movie. Watching this movie affirmed my belief, okay? It reaffirmed my belief, okay? And like I said, I always knew, but it reaffirmed my belief. It's called The War, The Tomorrow War. That's what it's called, The Tomorrow War. Oh, and they got it on Marvel Fan Club on. They got it on quite a few channels, and it should be free. So check it out. I'll show you the area. So this movie is about people going to the future. They got the technology, people going to the future to fight aliens. And they lose. They go to fight the aliens and they lose. Now, anybody that knows me, and a lot of you guys in my chats and stuff that knows me, they know I am a researcher of Antarctica. I even showed you guys, as of 2 years ago, they built a luxury hotel in the middle of Antarctica for visitors to come to, where the treaty is now been null and void. Okay, so anybody can go to Antarctica. But you gotta have a whole lot of money if you want to go to Antarctica, though, because going ain't cheap. We talking about tens of thousands of dollars to go to freeze your ASS off. Okay, but you get to this hotel, and it has all the warmth and comfort and modernization of high-end luxury hotels. In that one little place, it has about rooms of 50 rooms in that one only singular hotel in Antarctica. But you got to check online to see it, because I ain't trying to go there myself. And you spend $20,000 to go to Antarctica just to spend another $1,000 a night to be in that hotel. I'll pass. Okay, I'll pass. But see, a lot of people ask why they don't go back to the moon. The moon is a dead rock. I showed you when the Soviet Union crashed into the moon. They was going there. They was going to land on the moon, and they crashed. Why can't we worry about what's going on here on Earth? We want the PPP. Okay? We want the PPP. And the PPP is the poor pay for people. Okay? We want that. You spending all our money up there minding God's business, minding the Creator business, minding Jehovah business, Allah, whoever you call your God, the Creator of life on Earth. You up there minding His business. Okay? You up there minding His business. Now, as you see right here, this is why they never returned to the moon. Okay, the reason why they never returned to the moon, there's nothing there. They trying to see if there's any resources. All these planets they're going through for resources. But they don't know how bad it's damaging our atmosphere. Global warming, poles are switching, turning around. Listen, I'm out here in Texas. These people are devastated. When I tell you devastated, they are devastated of how cold it is out here. Okay? They are devastated for how cold it is out here. We hit 9 degrees this week. Okay? They are cold. You hear what I'm telling you? They are cold and they about to faint. People turning blue. I'm sorry. I shouldn't talk bad about my neighbors. People turning blue, green, yellow. They turning colored people. Not my colored people, but the other people, they became colored people, turning red or flush, face flush. You know, so I'm like, oh, okay. Okay.
Why doesn't every home
Is that what we're doing right now? Yeah, okay, that's what we're doing right now. You're turning colors. You're turning colors. So, the reason why we never went back to the moon, as I showed y'all plenty of times, you're not going to get into what the astronauts do, talking about them driving their buggies. This is what they do. President Kennedy never cared about the moon. You see what they said right there? President Kennedy never cared about the moon. He only
Go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now.
Number 14. President Kennedy never cared about the moon. When President John F. Kennedy kicked off the mission in 1961 and announced that the United States would go to the moon, he made an audacious statement. After all, no one in the early 1960s expected that NASA would be able to construct a magnificent spacecraft capable of taking on the impossible mission of sending men to the moon. And yet, thousands of workers spent their time and effort to make it happen. When Kennedy announced that he wanted the United States to be the very first to reach the moon, and that he wanted to make it happen before the end of the more than anything else at the time. But in the end, President Kennedy's ambition became one of the most impressive feats of mankind. Number 13. The Soviets tried to hide their attempt to go to the moon. In the 19th, landing is very much real, and if you ever get the chance to step foot on the moon, you would surely see traces of past moon missions up there. Number 12. No insurance company accepted the astronauts. Most of us have insurance.
Ain't that something? So with the insurance company won't accept you. Ain't that something?
Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins were quite different. You see, no insurance company would take you up as a client, especially if you're bound to be sent to the moon on a blasting spaceship. A lot commended their courage to embark on a space mission, but most of the insurance companies were stumped upon hearing that the spacesuits that Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin wore during the moon landing were made by a lingerie company. Yes, wearing a custom-made spacesuit, model A7L serial.
Wait a minute, wait. Did y'all hear that? Their spacesuits were made by a lingerie company. It don't look sexy to me, but hey, made by a lingerie company. Okay?
Serial number 056 during the mission. At the time, it cost around $100,000, And in today's money, that would be more than $670,000. They didn't cut costs on the spacesuit. It was meant to protect the astronauts. The making of all the tech needed to reach the moon wasn't the only daunting part of the Apollo 11 mission. The astronauts tasked to step foot on the moon also underwent extreme preparation. Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins all...
Oh, and another thing. Not only did they make they clothes by the lingerie company, right? A lot of the materials used to make the spaceships, the shuttles, y'all ready for this? Are made with aluminum foil. Ding, 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 ding. Aluminum foil. I saw one video the other day. Tons and tons of aluminum foil. Tons and tons of aluminum foil. And here it is. We can't put the foil on our food and take it off and can't put it back on the same way. Foil.
all underwent trips nationally and internationally to prepare their bodies for entering space. They trained in several sites, including Arizona, Texas, and Nevada. The astronauts trained and practiced collecting and analyzing rock and soil samples until it became muscle memory. They dug trenches. Liftoff. The success of the mission mostly relied on Neil Armstrong's capability. Before he was involved in the mission, Armstrong was a naval aviator, engineer, and test pilot. He was often commended for his piloting skills. And problem, but the small miscalculation on where the Eagle would land cost him.
I'm going to show you this part where they cut the audio, where he said, "What is that?" They cut the audio because he saw Neil Armstrong saw something out there floating around. Now, mind you, ain't nobody been out there but him and the Soviets. And the Soviets was on the other side of the moon, other side of the rock. How is that?
Them fuel. Fortunately, Armstrong knew they had enough fuel to land somewhere safely and make it back. Number 7. The moon had a smell. Have you ever?
Boys, I'm done. I'm done. Let y'all go now. So, I can't with y'all right now. Did it say the moon has a smell? Well, which one of them astronauts took their helmet off during zero gravity? He took their helmet off to smell what the moon smells like. I can't make this up.
Have you ever wondered what the moon smells like? Well, according to Armstrong and Aldrin, it smelled like wet ashes and gunpowder. Upon reaching the moon, the two had a lot of uncertainties, and upon smelling lunar dust, they feared that it was flammable. They were ready to make preparations in case the lunar material caught on fire after making contact with oxygen. But fortunately, it didn't. However, the two astronauts claimed that the moon dust smelled so strongly, it was also irritating, so much so that the smell clung to the astronauts. Unfortunately, scientists on Earth never got the chance to smell lunar dust because the smell dissipated on its way to our planet. Number 6. Buzz Aldrin took communion on the moon. Now, this is definitely one of the things that NASA most likely tried to keep under. NASA kept the
Now you can instantly buy and sell gold, silver, and platinum with CyberMetals. Precious metal invest
communion on the moon.
Entire thing mostly a secret in fear that it would cause the same incident as what happened on the Apollo 8 mission, when NASA was sued after astronauts read a passage from the book of Genesis. In time, it seems like many began to respect Aldrin's decision. At the end of the day, we're all living on the same Earth, looking at the same moon, and blessed by the same sun. No matter what you believe in, it doesn't change the fact that we're all humans. Number 5. The iconic line of Armstrong might have been a misquote. As a part of a historic event, the first thing that Neil Armstrong uttered on top of lunar soil became one of the most iconic lines in history. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Armstrong claimed as he made the first step on the moon. At least, that was what watchers on Earth heard. According to Armstrong, he said something a bit different. Instead of the famous quote, he said, "That's one small step for a man." It's a tiny misquote, and it's not that big of a deal. But it's true that there is a misquote. It's just that the footage people saw didn't clearly pick up the exact words that Armstrong said on the moon. It doesn't really matter what he said, but Armstrong wanted to make sure that he got his grammar right by including the indefinite article. However, the audio recording proved otherwise. After a while, even Armstrong himself started to doubt what he actually said. Fortunately, in 2006, a computer programmer named Peter Shanford analyzed the recording. He found out that there was a brief and unintelligible sound between the words for and man. So I guess in the end, Neil Armstrong said the statement correctly. And now it's time for today's topic. This is why NASA never returned to the moon. Years after the Apollo 11 mission, UFOologists and conspiracy theorists on the internet claimed that NASA took more from the moon than just lunar dust and space rocks. They claim that the administration also recovered the remains of an alien, which they continue to hide to this day. More than 5 decades after the moon landing, we still haven't found life on our satellite. But many believe that the higher-ups know something that we don't. Do you believe that there really is life on the moon?
Now, how did he get there? How did it get there? This is what Armstrong said he saw on the moon. He said, "What is that? What is that?" That's what he said. Okay? That's what he said. I heard it. I heard it. With my own ears, I heard it. He said, "What is that?"
Or is this nothing but another hoax? As always, comment down below with the hashtag today's topic and let us know your opinion about what we just showed on screen. With that said, let's keep things moving. Number 4. Neil and Buzz were almost stranded on the moon. To this day, not a lot of people are aware that Neil Armstrong touched down in the Pacific Ocean. It's rather harmful unknown elements. Neil even celebrated it and leave behind marks or signs in places they go, while some opt to collect souvenirs to remember the footprints left behind by Armstrong and Aldrin are still on the moon. There's no weather on the satellite.
Excuse me, how can it still be? How can anything still be on the moon with zero gravity? Unless they're drilling. How can anything be on the moon? Okay.
After all, and there's a chance that the footprints could last almost as long as the moon itself. Part of the landing module stage was also left behind. One of its legs contained a plaque that read, "Here men from the planet Earth first set foot on the moon, July 1969 AD. We came in peace for all mankind." I guess it was important to clarify that we came in peace. 1. Everyone expected a disaster. In the 1960s, iPads, tablets, AIs, and all other technology that we have access to today didn't exist. That's why many expected the mission to fail. After all, reaching the moon was such an incredible feat that it almost sounded impossible. Activists opposed the funding of the mission, claiming that it was unrealistic and that the money could be used elsewhere. Some people didn't express their negative thoughts.
And we still believe the money can be used elsewhere. We still believe the money can be used elsewhere. Like, pay poor people, you know what I'm saying? We still believe the money can be used elsewhere. All the money that they, I mean, like, what can, in closing, let me take it off, what can we really say about what's going on with these aliens and with these people? What is it? You know, like, I don't understand, I don't grasp the concept. Of why they keep going back. Does anybody have anything to say about why they keep going back? Why I can't put copy it? I don't know how to copy it. Let me see if I can type it in. Jackie, can you type in these words letters for me, please? HTTPS. I can't do it myself. I'm trying to do it myself. Because I want to ask you guys, what do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about what's going on up there? What's going on up there? What is really going on? I don't know. I do not know. I could be clueless. I don't understand. I have so many different things I don't know. But I know what I'm observing. HTTP / semicolon / because I have to go and get my phone together because it is not acting right. My phone, it's not been acting right. They're building all kinds of stuff over here by me, and they just messing up everybody's stuff. Everybody's stuff. And no one's complaining. So, what do you believe? Do you believe in, do you believe that we're alone? Anybody just up and talk? It's just 2 more minutes you're going to be here. Do anybody believe that? Do anybody believe that we are not alone? Anybody have us? Look outside and be like, what is this? Like, I know about, how about this? Invisible snow. We had some invisible snow last week. But I say invisible snow. You outside and the sun is shining and you look at the ground and the snow is on the ground. Jackie, I don't believe we are alone. So, I'm sorry to jump around towards the end like that. So, in the movie, like I said, I'm a big study of Antarctica. In the movie, the aliens didn't crash land. They didn't crash land on Earth. For those of you who didn't see the movie, check the movie out. You're going to have a class on that movie. You'll have a class on that movie. The aliens was already here. They was already here. They was already here. They have been here. The ships and the little ships and stuff that we're seeing, they're getting them. They are abducting people. People going missing. Sex trafficking. All these different things going on. Yeah, aliens are abducting people too. Because there's no way that so many people could be missing. Missing. And we can't find them. But yeah, they can tell you when the last time you wiped your behind. Okay? The towers are going up fast. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. They're going up fast. I actually watch them. I go outside every day and watch them build a tower for electricity for the new houses that they're building down the road for me. I said, wow. I said, wow. And every time, and mind you, my argument with my board, and you're arguing as a community, we went a whole 4 days with no electricity in the coldest of the winter Texas has ever seen. And you building more, you put more on our grid. So every mountain you see covered with ice that's melting, beware. Okay? Beware. All these volcanoes that are heating up the earth, that's spewing from inside of the earth, spilling out. Beware. Beware. That's what I got to tell you. Absolutely. And you know something else? I've been fighting with AT&T, the bastards. I've been fighting with AT&T because they refused to remove the satellite off my roof. But when I had DirecTV, and I asked quite a few people, I said, do you want that satellite on your house? They said, oh, AT&T won't take it off. So when it gets in the warmer part, when it gets warmer, I'm going to gather an electrician and 2 roofers to go around, and they're gonna get paid for it, go around and remove these satellites off people's houses. Why are they there? You wanna sit up there and still hear and see everything I'm doing with this satellite on my house, with this dish on my house, and then turn around and sue me if it gets damaged? Really? So I'm gonna remove it because I've been on record. They're gonna just roll back the beam footage of the recordings when I say to them, come get this HHIT off my roof, okay? And they have not complied. They have not complied. Okay? So that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. About, really checking out what's in the sky. I have never, ever, ever seen so much stuff in the sky as I have seen here in Texas. It has been proven that they cause cancer. Hey, I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past it. Breathing, the air we breathe may cause it. The air we breathe. And you guys also, I want you to also check out some of these videos about these aliens. I mean, they don't always look green. They can look like you and I. And people thinking, oh, they was cloned. Them people ain't been cloned. Them celebrities, they ain't been cloned. The aliens got them. The aliens using their body as hosts. You see somebody moving funny, using their body as host. All right, you guys, I ain't gonna hold you guys up much longer, but I just wanted y'all to know we are not alone. We are not alone. Okay, we are not alone. As they say, all dogs go to heaven. You don't know. You don't know until the afterlife. You don't know. But I know one thing, we are not alone. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm back on my road. I'm back on my road again, y'all. For the 3,000. For the 3,000, I'm back on my road again. And on this road that I'm on, I'm giving out really spectacular prizes when I get to this road. Right now, I'm at 2,950. I just need 50 more people. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. I'm going to drop my link in the chat. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Help a sister out. I'm going to be bringing you guys some really good content. So I want you guys to enjoy your Kwanzaa. And the new year coming up, y'all. The new year coming up, y'all. New year. New year. I wish everybody prosperity, health, prosperity. I wish you guys. And Vaughn, I'm gonna have to talk to you, Vaughn. Nephew, I'm gonna have to talk to you because them little boys, my grandsons, been watching your video, you videoing. You hear me? Put a thumbs up. You hear me? Videoing, and they about to put their grandmother on the corner, okay? Because now they want a PlayStation. So now I got to get on the corner. I got a couple of donations for it, and your donation was one of them, Vaughn. So I appreciate it. I'm got to get on the corner. I ain't getting them no 5. I ain't getting them no 4. Maybe a 2. Maybe a 2. Anybody want to donate two PlayStations? Please contact me at my email address. Okay, maybe a 3. Man, they be up. They be wired for sound, and they think they playing with you. I gotta cut the volume down though, and play some kids music for them. But they be up at night, and they come in the morning. So they be watching your old videos. I give them one of the old remote controls, so they don't know no better. Then I bought them some Spider-Man headphones. with a microphone. Yo, now they get older. They like, Grandma, we want this game. I'm like, sorry, you can only watch it on this game. And Vaughn, I'm not even charging you for electricity, okay? Because it's a big TV they playing this game on watching you. Okay? So I think that's hilarious. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for coming out, hanging out with me. And I might have another episode of something more derelict that the government is hiding from us. More crazy. And also, when I hit this 3,000, I'm giving out spectacular prizes. I'm also going to do a raffle. I'm still working on some of the descriptions of the raffle. I'll probably have a 3-prize raffle. That's only going to be $5 per entry, because I guarantee you it's worth more than $5 of household products and stuff. So, you guys, love you guys. Peace and stay healthy. My BK Riders.